Hey guys, this is Ari from Literary Gladiators. How you guys doing? So I just went to the book garden with Josh and Jesse and Andrew and Charlie the other day, and I wanted to show the books that I got for the book haul. I bought, I think, 7 books, I believe, and they all seem pretty interesting, so I'm excited to show you which books I've got. So, for my first book that I got, I tend to be very interested in some scientific concepts and interesting theories and stuff, and so I decided to pick up a book about string theory, the complete idiot's guide to string theory. Not that I'm an idiot, of course. I mean, I'm not, but I wanted to say that this is like a dummies book. So if you ever heard of the dummies books, this is very similar to a dummies book. String theory has always been interesting to me. How molecules can be made up of, or atoms can be made up of vibrating strings rather than actual solid objects. It's interesting, and I liked Brief History of Time. It was an interesting book, and I thought, well, this could be another step in the right direction for me, and maybe it could help teach other people that aren't as good as understanding it, and I can help explain it a little better. So this is String Theory, Complete Idiot's Guide by George Musser. Let's see what else do we have in the magic bag here. This is The Beatles Forever. This is a book that was actually written before John Lennon was assassinated, which is a very interesting perspective on the Beatles and their career from a fresh eye at the time. This is by a guy named Nicholas Schaffner. There's a bunch of illustrations in here, a bunch of stuff about their albums, uh, like stuff from the Beatles cartoon show, which can be shown in this picture here. It's got a lot of Yellow Submarine themed stuff. I love Yellow Submarine. It's a great movie. Um, got some very interesting stuff. It has all of the covers of all the singles they've done. It's got stuff about their solo careers. I like the Beatles a lot, and I think this is an interesting find. So I'm glad I found it at the book garden. Next up, we've got. I have this book already, but this is a newer version of it, and it's got some. It's probably just good to always have slightly newer versions of stuff. Ooh. This is Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None, also known as 10 Little Indians. Um, Definitely one of my favorite Agatha Christie books. I'm looking forward to reading this one again, having my own copy, which I never did. Um, Obviously, I'm pretty sure it's the best-selling book of all time, if I remember correctly. I mean, I know Agatha Christie was the best-selling author of all time, other than the Bible. So it should be. I love Christie. She's a great author, and I am looking forward to reading this again. So yeah. I'm a huge Pokemon fan, but the thing with me is that with Pokemon, I'm a little bit behind in the times. So any kind of help with the newer generations would always be helpful. Um, I really am familiar with the first 3 generations of Pokemon. So when I saw the substantial handbook from actually, I think it's from the 6th generation, not from the 7th, not from the new generation. This is from the 6th generation. When I saw this, I just grabbed it just because even with the 4th, 5th, and 6th generations, I'm not very familiar with them. Just to have something that I can look at. A lot of it still applies. It doesn't. It's not so old that it doesn't apply anymore. I mean, it pretty much applies to a good extent. It just isn't. It doesn't have any of the Unova Pokemon in it, but that's okay. I mean, again, I'm not really that interested in. I didn't really like. I stopped playing Pokemon after a certain generation. This is just for research and development and stuff like that. Just so I can talk to people about it. Um, More to be caught up as much as I can, and to help me with Pokemon as well. Not that I'm going to be playing any anytime soon, but I took an Arabic course in high school, in college, and I found it a fascinating language. It's very similar to Hebrew in many respects, which I tend to utilize quite a lot. And after I took the course, I've always wanted to continue following and learning more Arabic. I just thought it was a fascinating language. So I found this book at the Book Garden. It's the Arabic, read and speak Arabic for beginners. I have not quite looked into this yet, but it's like a workbook kind of that has teaches us words, learns about the culture, stuff like that, and it's very interesting. And then also it has OCD in the back, in case I want to learn, make sure I'm pronouncing the words correctly. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to learning this language, delving into this language a little bit more than I already have. I like stupid things. I love stupid theories. I love stupid conspiracies, and this is as stupid as it gets. UFO FBI connection: the secret history of the government's cover-up. Now, you and I both know that UFOs, like, they exist, but they're not gonna be that common that they're actually gonna be in FBI files. Like, and they're not like gray little aliens that just pop up and say, "Take me to your leader." You know, they're gonna be much more like non-communicative than that. We all know that. But they have to be on there somewhere. I mean, the universe is so big. But it's just, this is like the flying saucer, X-Files fictional type of UFOs that apparently they found in government documents, and I think it's crap. And I really just bought this book for a laugh because I know it's just going to be a pile of crap, and I just thought it would be crazy. It's even written by a PhD, which makes it even more stupid. But all these hoaxed up stuff. But looking forward to reading it. And remember that there have to be some sort of aliens out there, but they're not those stereotypical green-headed flying saucer aliens. They're just probably non-communicative beings from way out in space, so many light years from here that by the time you get to the number you want, it won't be high enough, basically. Finally, the last book I got is a kid's book, one that I've been wanting to read for a while, and I just never got around to. It was Cricket in Times Square. I haven't really known much about this book other than that it's about a cricket who arrives in Times Square through a picnic basket. I don't really know much about it. I don't really know much about the characters or about the story, but it is one of my favorite all-time. I have always want to read these stories. So when I saw it at the Book Garden, and it was about $1 or something, it was very well. I immediately saw it. I'm like, I'm buying this because I've always wanted to read this book. It's a Newbery book, so it's quite an interesting find. And I'm sure I could have gotten it at the local library, but I kind of wanted it my own copy. So yeah, you know. So that's my book haul. This is my book haul, and I wanted to thank Josh and Andrew and Jesi and Charles for their great fun that we had at the day at the Book Garden. I wanted to thank George at the Book Garden. Seems like a very nice man. Happy 80th birthday. I'm sorry. I couldn't get anything. I did not know what the. I would have gotten you something though. Trust me. A very nice guy. I also bought a card there for my girlfriend. Her cat was sick, so I got her like a little card that said had like a little cat inside of a ice cream jug, and it said, "Oh well, chicken soup. I don't need chicken soup." So yeah. So thank you, George, and thank you, the Book Garden staff, for allowing us to come in that day. And just in general, thank you also to all of the viewers out there for Literary Gladiators. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I do just want to say I'm not the proprietor of the channel. Josh has done a fantastic job. But being such a big part of this channel means a lot to me that we have 1,000 subscribers. I can now say to people, "Oh, I'm part of a channel that has 1,000 subscribers," and it actually is really nice. And the amount of stuff we go over, it's fantastic, and I enjoy every minute of it that I've been on the show. And I just wanted to thank you to all you viewers out there. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to Josh, and it means a lot to all of us here at Literary Gladiators. So thank you very much. And I'm going to sign off now. And I hope you guys have a good day. And I hope you enjoyed the book haul from the Book Garden in Cream Ridge, New Jersey. And I just wanted to say, keep reading. And here's to another 1,000 subscribers and many, many more.